It's Sunday and everyone knows what that means. It's time for another episode of Comic Book Jeopardy, but not just any episode. We are doing our 20th episode. And I gotta say, it's kind of hard to believe that we've been doing this for 20 consecutive weeks without missing a show, which is out of character for me. I mean, there was that one exception when I was a day late in getting the show up, but other than that, we haven't missed anything, and I gotta say, that's what counts. Now, when we did our 10th episode, we said, why not do a 2-round double Jeopardy show? And I guess we're going to go ahead and we're going to make that an ongoing tradition. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. And we're going to be doing that theoretically every 10th episode moving forward. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So yeah, this week we are having 2 rounds of 30 questions for a total of 60 plus a final Jeopardy question as well. Now, do me a favor real quick and hit that like button and of course hit the subscribe button. We don't ask you guys for much, but if you enjoy these videos and you enjoy what we're doing here, we do ask you to help us and support us in growing this channel. So please do me that favor, hit those buttons. Now, with that said, let's go over all the categories for round number 1 of today's episode of Comic Book Jeopardy. Category number 1 this week will be Sandman, and in this category, we will present a series of questions all about Neil Gaiman's award-winning series, Sandman. Category number 2 this week is Old School Image, and it's questions all about Image Comics and the Image Comic Company from the early 1990s. Category number 3 is Turtle Power, and yeah, it's going to be a category all about my favorite group of reptiles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Category number 4 is Street Level, and these questions are all about my favorite types of heroes. What we're talking about are street level characters who handle the day-to-day street level crimes in comics. Category number 5 today is Sinister Six, and this is one of the best villain groups of all time, and it's one that we have somehow overlooked so far. I mean, we've had questions here and there, but we've never done its own dedicated category, so today, that's what we're doing. And category number 6 today is Disney Villains, which is our wildcard category of this round, and what we have here are 5 questions all about those Walt Disney bad guys, and of course, gals. Now, allow me to pass the show over to my good friend and my co-host, Matt, and he will run you through round 1 of today's show. But I will be back to introduce you to the categories in round 2 in just a little bit.
What's up, everyone? I'm Matt, and I'm here to run you through the game board. Now let's dive right into it. Sandman for 100. Dream of the Endless is also known by this name. What is Morpheus? Old School Image for 100. The first comic title published by Image Comics in 1992 was this. What is Youngblood? Yeah, the Rob Liefeld classic that was recently rebooted and we reviewed, so check out that video. Turtle Power for 100. These are the names of the 4 Ninja Turtle brothers. What is Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo? Street Level for 100. This hero started out as a sidekick to Batman before going off on his own to fight crime in Bloodhaven. Who is Nightwing, or Dick Grayson? Sinister Six for 100. Their first appearance was in this Spider-Man annual in 1964. What is the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1? Disney Villains for 100. He was Simba's evil uncle and was responsible for the death of Simba's father, Mufasa. Who is Scar? And yes, Mufasa was played by James Earl Jones himself, Darth Vader. That will wrap up the cupcake round. I hope you got 6 out of 6 on those. Now let's jump into the 200-point clues. Sandman for 200. She is Dream's older sister and came into existence shortly before the first life formed in the universe. Who is Death? Old School Image for 200. Todd McFarlane stepped away from drawing full interior artwork on Spawn and passed the duty over to this artist in issue 16. Who is Greg Capullo? Total power for 200. Splinter, the adoptive father of the Ninja Turtles, was originally this person in the Mirage Comics version of TMNT. Who is Hamato Yoshi? In other versions of TMNT, Splinter was the pet of Hamato Yoshi. Street level for 200. As the Fist of Khonshu, this hero fights crime primarily at night in New York City. Who is Moon Knight? Sinister Six for 200. This was the creative team behind the creation of the Sinister Six, who are Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Disney villains for 200. In Sleeping Beauty, this villain transforms into a fire-breathing dragon, but is defeated by Prince Philip. Who is Maleficent? All right, I hope you're doing well today, but let's keep on moving and get to the 300-point round. Sandman for 300. These are the 3 magical items stolen from Morpheus during his captivity at the hand of Roderick Burgess. What is the Helm of Dreams, the Dream Sand, and the Dream Stone? Or if you just said Helm, Sand Pouch, and Ruby, that's fine too. Old School Image for 300. Dale Keown is best known for his artwork on Incredible Hulk and this Image comic book series featuring a human-alien hybrid. What is Pit? Total power for 300. She is the daughter of the Shredder and assumed leadership of the Foot Clan following his death. Who is Karai? Street level for 300. This duo of heroes for hire initially had their own titles, but then exploded in popularity after the 2 books were combined. Who are Power Man and Iron Fist? Sinister Six for 300. After being unmasked to the general public as the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn formed a much larger version of the team named this. What is the Sinister 12? And let's see who can name all 12. Leave in the comments below. Disney villains for 300. This villain, who is voiced by James Woods, actually comes across as somewhat likable and funny. Who is Hades? Next up, the 400-point questions, so I hope you're ready. Sandman for 400. The Endless consists of 7 siblings, Morpheus being the 3rd eldest. This sibling is considered the youngest. Who is Delirium? Old School Image for 400. This comic book from creator Sam Keith was also adapted into an animated series airing on MTV in 1995. What is The Max? That was in the area of Liquid Television. I mean, who remembers that MTV show? It brought us Beavis and Butthead. Total power for 400. He first appeared in the one-shot comic Raphael, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who is Casey Jones? Street level for 400. The Punisher is a lethal, tactical, and determined vigilante, and his original first and last name is this. What is Francis Castiglione? Sinister Six for 400. Oh, it's our first daily double of the show, and I'm sure you know how this works. You can wager any amount of points that you've earned so far in this question from the Sinister Six. After the events of the classic Kraven's Last Hunt, Doc Ock reformed the team but replaced Kraven with this villain. Who is Hobgoblin? Disney villains for 400. This villain sought a genie's lamp to become the Sultan. Who is Jafar? Okay, time for the toughest questions of the first Jeopardy round, so good luck everyone. Sandman for 500. This demon challenges Dream for possession of the Helm of Dreams. A battle of wits, Morpheus wins to reclaim the helm. Who is Corazon? Old school Image for 500. Image co-founder Whilce Portacio was the only founder not to deliver this title at the company's launch in 1992. What is Wetworks? And someone's accused us in the past of pronouncing his last name Pistachio once. We are very particular about the way we pronounce people's names, so I don't see that happening. Turtle Power for 500. In the 1990 TMNT film, this famous child actor provided the voice for the character Donatello. Who is Corey Feldman, who will be at MegaCon this year? Street Level for 500. She was born into one of Gotham's crime families until becoming a vigilante after the death of her family. Who is Huntress? Sinister Six for 500. In the 2099 universe, this team consisted of Venom, Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Vulture, Electro, and this character. Who is Sandwoman? Disney Villains for 500. In the 1977 classic Pete's Dragon, he was the evil snake oil salesman trying to capture Elliot to use his body parts for remedies and tonics. Who is Dr. Terminus? Yeah, that's a pretty cool name.
All right, guys, I hope you did well in round one, and I hope you scored a ton of points. Round two is coming up, and we have 30 more questions for you in the following 6 categories. Category number 1 of round 2 of this Double Jeopardy episode will be Watchmen, and we will dive into the details and the drama of this amazing limited series. Category number 2 is all about the legendary artist Jack Kirby and his contributions to the world of comic books. Category number 3 is DC Cinema, and we will focus on the films that bring your favorite DC characters from the page to the screen. Category number 4 is Valiant Comics, and will feature a series of clues all about the creators and the comics from this independent publisher. Category number 5 today is X-Books, and I hope you're ready to test your knowledge in this category all about Marvel's X-Men, X-Factor, and X-Force. And finally, category number 6 is Aliens, which is our wildcard category this week, selected by our channel members. Now, Aliens is one of my all-time favorite sci-fi films. It beat Terminator and RoboCop in the members poll, which are 2 of my other favorites. Now, if you want to pick the categories for Comic Book Jeopardy in the future, you should see a little join button down below this video player. If you click that button, you can get yourself a channel membership, and you can help us pick the categories every week. So check it out. Now, let's jump back over to Matt, and let's get this second round of Comic Book Jeopardy started.
All right, guys, let's jump into the first questions of this Double Jeopardy round. Good luck. Watchmen for 200. This writer was responsible for the creation of the Watchmen. Of course, who is Alan Moore? I mean, does any other writer have as many hits as Alan Moore? I don't think so. Jack Kirby for 200. He is still often referred to as this. What is Jack the King Kirby? DC Cinema for 200. This is the full title of the 4th Superman film starring Christopher Reeve. What is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace? What a classic movie that was, huh? Valiant Comics for 200. Valiant Comics is an American comic book publisher founded in 1989 by this former Marvel Comics editor-in-chief. Who is Jim Shooter? And if anybody's ever met him in person, he is a giant of a man. Or I'm sorry, was. He recently passed away. Rest in peace. X-Books for 200. These 5 mutants were the original members of the X-Men team. Who are Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Jean Grey, Beast, Angel, and Iceman. Aliens for 200. She's the actress who played the role of protagonist Ellen Ripley. Who is Sigourney Weaver? If you're enjoying this Double Jeopardy round, let us know in the comments, and do us a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Now on to the 400 pointers. Watchmen for 400. The story starts off with the death of this character who continues to appear throughout the series in flashbacks. Who is the comedian, or Edward Blake? Jack Kirby for 400. Jack Kirby co-created this iconic Marvel hero with Joe Simon in 1940 that is still one of their most popular characters. Who is Captain America? DC Cinema for 400. This many actors have portrayed Batman in a live-action theatrical release. What are 7? And take an extra 400 points if you can name them all. Valiant Comics for 400. Created in 1992, this comic was co-created by Bob Layton and was adapted to a film featuring Vin Diesel playing the title character. What is Bloodshot? And anybody see that movie? It was god-awful. I mean, I love Bob Layton, but that was a terrible movie. X-Books for 400. This artist is the co-creator and designer behind the original X-Force team. Who is Rob Liefeld? With writer Fabian Nicieza. Aliens for 400. Aliens, the 1986 science fiction action film, was written and directed by this legendary filmmaker. Who is James Cameron? All right, moving right along, let's hit the 600 pointers. Watchmen for 600. Rorschach was framed for this retired villain's murder. Who is Moloch the Mystic, or Edward Jacobi? Jack Kirby for 600. In 1987, Jack Kirby was one of 3 inaugural inductees into this institution. What is the Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame? And can you name the other 2? DC Cinema for 600. This 2017 movie is DC's highest grossing animated theatrical release. What is the Lego Batman movie? Valiant Comics for 600. In Turok Dinosaur Hunter, this is the dimension where Turok fights dinosaurs and other creatures. What are the Lost Lands? X-Books for 600. Oh, it's our first daily double for the round. And you know how it works. Wager as many of the points that you've previously earned on this question from the X-Books. One of the best-selling comics of all time, this was the artist and writer duo behind the 1991 X-Men series. Who are Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. Aliens for 600. This actor played Colonial Marine Private Hudson and is the only actor who have been killed by an alien, predator, and a Terminator. Who is Bill Paxton, and who didn't love him in Aliens? Game over, man! All right, guys, it's time for some 800 pointers. We're getting close to the end, so good luck. Watchmen for 800. This is the name of Ozymandias' Arctic base. What is Karnak? Jack Kirby for 800. This was his given name at birth. What is Jacob Kurtzberg? DC Cinema for $800. This actor played Sinestro in the 2011 Green Lantern movie. Who is Mark Strong? And if you missed this one, don't feel bad. Most of us forget this movie even existed, or at least try to block it out of our minds. But the one shining point in that movie was Mark Strong as Sinestro. Valiant Comics for $800. This is the real name of Exo Man-O-War. Who is Auric of Dacia? X Books for $800. This 1995 event replaced all X titles with new alternate timeline titles for several months. What is the Age of Apocalypse crossover? Aliens for $800. Ripley meets the Colonial Marines aboard the spaceship Sulaco, but she distrusts this android member of the crew. Who is Bishop? And here we are at the 1,000-point questions of the Double Jeopardy round. And if I'm not mistaken, a daily double is still in play, so get ready. Watchmen for 1,000. This founding member of the Minutemen tried unsuccessfully to form a new team called the Crime Busters. Who is Captain Metropolis, or Nelson Gardner? Jack Kirby for 1,000. He famously left Marvel in 1970 over creator rights and moved to DC to create this series of interconnected comic titles. What is the Fourth World Saga? DC Cinema for 1,000. This was DC's first live-action theatrical release. What is Superman and the Mole Men from 1951, and who doesn't remember that classic? Valiant Comics for 1,000. A 1992 comic series by Jim Shooter and David Lapham featured a group of teenage superpowered outcasts known as This. What is Harbinger? X Books for 1,000. And there it is, the last daily double of the episode. I hope you make it a true daily double and go all in on this question from X Books. In 1991, when the X Factor team became a government-sponsored group, this mutant took over leadership. Who is Havoc, or Alex Summers? Aliens for 1,000. Ripley was found on an escape shuttle 57 years after destroying this Weyland-Yutani commercial towing freighter. What is the USCSS Nostromo? All right, guys, that was 60 Jeopardy questions and answers, including 3 daily doubles. I'm guessing we are going to see some really high scores this week. But of course, we have one final question for you, and I think it's going to be a really tough one. The final Jeopardy category is Bronze Age Marvel lore. Now, go ahead and lock in your wager for the final Jeopardy question, because here it is. There have been at least 5 subsequent characters to use the Deathlock identity since his first appearance, but this man was the first to be reanimated as the Cyborg following a fatal injury. Who is Luther Manning? Yes, his first appearance was in Astonishing Tales number 25 from August of 1974. It's a really good book to have in your collection. It's pretty affordable. You can get a really nice grade in, mid to higher tier condition if you want. But yeah, his inspiration came from some sources like Frankenstein's Monster and The $6 Million Man, which was a really popular show at the time. And actually had a really cool story arc in the Captain America series at the time that was Mike Zeck was the artist on at the time. So you should definitely pick those up. But yeah, I'm going to pass it back over to Guy and close out this episode.
Okay, guys, that will wrap up today's 20th episode of Comic Book Jeopardy. I want to say thanks for tuning in and watching. And not just watching today's episode, but watching all of the previous 19 episodes as well. We really appreciate all the support from you guys that are watching at home. Thank you very much. Now, with all of that said, let me say thanks again and close this out the way I always do by saying, as always, keep collecting comics, keep watching our videos, and until the next one, bye now.